Yeah, prior to the anniversary, I had an idea to help the crew through leading up to the anniversary, that we might like to go down to the area that we were and where we helped, retrace our steps. So I put it forward to the crew and spoke to the captain, and he was all for it, and the crew were all for it. And it was we just felt that it was something that would help us on the day of the anniversary, mentally. So what we did was we were dressed in our blues uniform. We sat in the exact positions that we did in the truck, and we proceeded to go down to St Andrews and into the area that we were, I wouldn't say caught, but when the fire went over us. And it was, I would say the trip down was, the early part of the trip down was talking, and then as we approached the area it was very silent. And when we got to our first part of the destination, we parked the car. We all got out and we had a little wander on our own. And then we banded together again. And then we had a chat. And then from that point we got back in the car and proceeded to chat, and we just sort of, by that stage the ice was broken, if you could call it like that. And then we're talking about various parts of that was this and remember that part, and things were coming back to us. And then we went back up to the house and went into the paddock. Well, I didn't exactly go into the paddock, but went out to the house, and the people were there this time round, and we met them and had a chat with them, and they were great. And we told them what our experience, that they weren't there, and what we did in the paddock and the horses, etc. And from there we went back to the St Andrews station, and they were having their own anniversary thing there, lots of people. And then from that point we caught up with the people at the winery, and they actually knew that we were coming down, which was interesting, and they wanted us to come back to the house. So we actually took ourselves back to some of the other areas in the steps that we took, and then we went across to the winery and met up with them, and probably were there for approximately an hour and had a chat and looked at the parts of the house that were okay, and the bit that we were saving, etc. And it was very good. And then we went back up to Kinglake, and it was a moment that we all needed, I think, and it was good. I could probably just say that there was an interesting moment on the eve of the 7th of February this year. I was here alone at home, and I was out in the back, and I was having a quiet beer to myself. I started thinking about things, and ended up in just welling up a bit in tears a little bit there, and as that's occurring, my girlfriend called me, and she caught me at that moment. And she's a freelance writer, and she's very good at poem writing, and she wrote me a poem and called it Tears in My Beer, and it was very, very good. 2 years ago to this very day, my life was changed in so many ways. When straight from hell the firestorm came and took everything that got in its way. The familiar old home is now shiny and new. The bush and the view has changed too, and there are so many faces once smiling and cherished, who are no longer with us because in the black they perished. Then the ash and charcoal were bulldozed away, and up went the yellow ribbons to commemorate this day. There's still reminders all around, tall trees blackened, white crosses in the ground, and there are times still if I wallow too deep. That I can start to smell the smoke and the feeling, the burning of the heat. And although 2 years and the danger is past, I will still start to sweat and feel the pounding of my heart. I don't live in the past or like to dwell on the drama, but what happens before makes us who we are after. Hardened by fire, I am stronger and vow that it can't ever beat me because it's part of me now. That fire killed my friends, consumed my home, my town, and I'm worried for a while that in my tears I'd drown. Now those feelings about my burning mountain, people dying in my home of ash, I store away for 1 day a year, my emotion stash. Then I can talk, dwell and cry, think, share meals, moments, memories and a drink. They say get over it, harden up, move on. They say I must survive it, beat it and be strong. And that's exactly what I'm doing 364 days of the year, because I'll always say Feb 7 to dwell, I shed tears in my beer.